Oh boy, Doctor Who spin-offs coming your way with Marvel Tech. Ooh. Well, this isn't exactly big news because, Davies came in with this. And, of course, it's pretty much the same thing he did when he was running it way back when, building a Whoniverse, a shared universe for Doctor Who. Huh? What? Yeah, well, they already did that. So, of course, they had Torchwood and Sarah Jane and tried to keep that going with the class. Yeah. So you got to do it well. And Marvel Tech, well, you're going to see a lot of that going along, which I guess you could really say it was Mandalorian tech, with the volume screen room, where you can do all kinds of stuff and make it look like they're in all these other worlds. And actually, framed well, that could do wonders for Doctor Who. And Doctor Who would be a show that's probably easier to do with that sort of thing than some of these others. So anyway, Kate Stewart will be coming back to be the lead for a unit show, which I would have thought would have been one of the first ones they would have done at the get-go. They did Torchwood. Kind of the same vein in that, but they introduced Captain Jack. But Captain Jack could have been a feature of a unit show as well, and it probably would have worked pretty much the same. But with Unit, you've got all the history from the past show, so there's all kind of nods to it, of course, but also the potential for different plots for episodes of something that references what her father went through. Probably some of the episodes where the third Doctor was particularly pissed off at the Brigadier. Even though in some of those, I kind of think the Brigadier might have been right. They're certainly understandable given the circumstances. But that sort of thing, that Kate here would have to deal with. So it'll be her as the lead, and then this guy. Apparently, they have to have the same haircut, except his is a little more styled. Huh? And is he wearing a Captain Jack coat, too? Maybe he's another time agent. Yeah. But anyway, that's the deal. And if they approach this like a, military / espionage series with agents and all that, except that it's always some alien culprit, could be really good, with the occasional Doctor Who cameo and that sort of thing, but ultimately not needed, and then eventually some crossovers, I'm sure, that kind of thing they could do. Yeah, it could work. It could work. And considering the damage done to Doctor Who, the Unit might end up being the better show. You just don't know. So that's the deal. And, of course, they'll have the David Tennant specials, and then we'll get into Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor, who I've seen some of the behind-the-scenes shots. They showed his main costume appearance, but it looks like he will be allowed to change clothes. It's just the style of the coat, and it looks like a T-shirt, and that's basically it. And that's his approach. So finally, he doesn't have to just wear a costume. His Doctor will get to change clothes, but just maintain the style, which for the most part, except, for the strange era of the 80s, and then for poor Jodie Whittaker, stuck in that outfit, unable to change hardly ever, except for, the tuxedo and the color of the shirt. Oh, and they gave her a dark blue coat for some bizarre reason. Don't know. Yeah, that was odd. Didn't really explain that one. Anyway, that'll be the deal. And the Christmas specials comes back because, Davies isn't as big an idiot as Chinville is. So, will Doctor Who be restored? Well, you'll probably get a better quality of the episodes, but will they clean up the mess that was made? I'm dubious. They'll probably just ignore it, which I think is a mistake, but... yeah, who knows? Maybe Unit, again, will be the better show of the two. I just don't know. There it is. And hey, we're all excited. Well, of course, what are you going to do? Say, well, I tried, but man, am I bummed. I don't know. I don't think this is going to work now. But they got their studio set up. They've got a sugar daddy in Sony and the distribution deal with Disney Plus. And so they're off to the races. And who knows? Who'd have thunk it? Maybe Doctor Who will be the franchise that breaks through and survives and restores itself. Still dubious as the main big ones just haven't done it. Star Trek is dead. Star Wars, I think, is done. I just sorry. I wish it weren't the case, but I'm not seeing what's to be excited about. Doctor Who really screwed itself over with Timeless Child and all that, but they still, in my opinion, they got to deal with it. If they just ignore it, you know. But anyway, that's what they're doing. They'll have all this glitz and glamour and stuff with the special effects and a lot of money to play with, but that in and of itself won't save the show. So they're claiming episode 4 of the new season is the best he's ever written, according to Davies. And the director's like, oh, man, I got to shoot this. It's great. And all that. And so maybe they're right. And I'm sure Davies, for the most part, can craft a better script. Didn't care for a lot of his choices in New Who. There were some things that were interesting and cool and all that. But some things were just downright stupid. So it's not really a given. But yeah, they got money to play with, and so there you go. This is not one of his Doctor Who outfits. Thank God. So, you know, we'll see. But anyway, there's some Doctor Who news for you. It's actually kind of old by now, but anyway, they're up and running now with Unit as well. So, let's see what Kate can do. Got to cut it short because I'm in a lot of back pain. So there you go. Thanks for watching anyway.